Influence, relevance, and the socially networked world. Hi everybody, I'm Butch Stearns. Welcome into this discussion as part of our Spotlight on IMS series, and I'm proud and happy to have in here from R2Integrated, one of the fastest growing digital marketing and technology companies around, the president of their Boston office, Andy Maddocks. Andy, thanks for coming in.
Well, you're welcome, Butch. Thanks for inviting me.
And thanks for being a part of IMS and a part of our exhibitor series and part of our executive briefing here.
I think it's a very exciting program you've got going here, and I'm looking forward to this.
All right, so let's talk about some things that you live on a daily basis. We all know that no matter what business we're in, that when we go to reach consumers, whether we're B2B or B2C, when we go to reach consumers, consumers are now much more savvy. And before they connect with a brand, they know everything about the brand. They probably know more about the brand than the brand knows about the brand. So let's talk specifically about influence. Old media versus new media. Let's talk about influence of consumers and how you reach consumers.
Well, Butch, you're absolutely right about the new consumer. And whether they're B2B or B2C, they are much more well versed in any brand's products than we've ever seen it in any previous decade. And a lot of that comes from the difference in the media now that people are being exposed to. You know, you had the old media where the brand actually controlled the broadcast and the messages, and you know, they would publish their case studies and they'd do mass marketing, and everything was a numbers game. But you know, now what's happening with the new media experience, users of the new media themselves are free to look around, to prospect, to find tidbits of information, to assemble their own picture of the brand on their own. And then the users start to tell the stories. The people who are using the brand today share their testimonies. The people who are researching a brand find that stuff. They put it all together, they organize it, and it's a very big challenge for a brand today, because now what's happened is that the steering wheel for a lot of the influence of the brand has been passed from the brand itself to all of the people with different perspectives all across the internetworked world.
So if I'm hearing what you're saying about influence, it seems to me that the old media was a push mentality, control the message, push it out there. The new media is you need to embrace your consumers. You need to accept the fact that they're going to take it, make it their own. They're going to go out there, and we're going to continue this conversation and talk about relevance and all other things. But really, you need to embrace all of this, don't you?
Yeah, I sure think you do. And anybody who's a brand manager today, you've had to have had at least one experience where you've discovered that when you push out a message with a certain intention, and then you do the research on its effect, you discover that it did something that you didn't expect. And that's part of the whole new media experience, that once the message goes out into the community and people start working it and talking about it and researching it, elements of your brand start to change through the interaction with all of the people out there in your communities of interest around the world.
So you need to be an influencer, you need to know about influence, you need to know that your consumers are savvy and accept that. It's part of our discussion here with Andy Maddocks, the president of the Boston office of R2Integrated. It's part of our Spotlight on IMS series, a continuing conversation. We thank you for being a part of it.